I mean, right shot. Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
You saved my day many times, and you ran away. Guess I broke my promise. I have been dishonest to you. You are the master of my plan. Then you let go of my hand, but I knew it. And boy, did I fall. And you slipped away.
Oh, here we are. Here we are live.
Wait, did the intro play?
Yeah.
I didn't hear shit. Marco's fucking muted.
Marco's
I'm
muted.
gonna unmute Marco.
Marco,
Here.
Oh, I
and
appreciate that.
you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I'm in now. And that's on fucking time, you assholes. You know what? Send me back to stage for 15 minutes so I can feel like a
I don't know
regular
what just
show.
happened.
Wait, now I'm hearing music still. Is there still music playing?
I just turned it off.
Oh my god, it's gonna be one of those fucking nights.
It is going to be one of the fucking nights,
Oh
boys.
man, good thing I got four of these goddamn bad
sure.
boys.
Oh, dude, I pregame. Okay, so you guys, can you guys handle doing the intro? Well, I'm a little behind right now. I'm trying to watch the game.
What game?
You know, just the hockey game. Okay, it's not important to
The
you.
game.
The game. And I just needed a score update. That's all. So now I can
Okay.
focus on
You good?
the rest
You
of our
good now?
bullshit. Yeah, of course. We have a lot of stuff to cover tonight.
We say that every week, and every week we fuck off like 70% of it.
Well, so we have to go back. Matt, what was the?
Oh my god, I forgot. I gotta pull that up.
God damn it! You did not forget.
I forgot, but then I just now remembered, so I didn't
Okay.
really forget. Right?
Okay.
All right,
Temporarily forgot?
because we.
I mean,
have to open-
I forgot until I remembered.
Right.
I reminded
You know
you
what I mean?
guys, forgot, which made
Right.
you remember.
Right. Yeah.
Welcome
good.
to the locker room. I'm Tom.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Chuck.
Chuck, are you okay?
Yeah.
I think his shit just lagged there for a hot second.
Oh, is that what it was? I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it was a glitch, but it was like
oh,
a built-in dramatic effect.
It was right, and like, it sounded kind of like weird, and kind of came
Yeah.
off kind of.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh
something
my
like that.
lord! Can we not?
We're in the
And
locker
apparently,
room.
I'm the one with.
I
banner.
know, but
and I'm here in
I-
time.
I will literally stop listening to podcasts because I hear moist mouth noises. It just
Okay.
drives me insane.
I'm sorry. I'm
My
sorry.
bad,
Did
my
you
bad,
say
my bad.
moist mouth
Moist.
noises?
A capital M. Okay, I got it pulled up.
You guys, you know what I'm talking about. All right, Matt. We
Yeah.
talked about this.
We
So
did. We
now we have
teased
to
it.
lead with we teased it. We're gonna forget.
We
That's
teased
why
it. Then we
we'll-
missed a week, and so that's why everything's fucked up.
Hey, go.
Yeah.
Hit it.
So,
Okay.
I cheated on my boyfriend with my rapist.
I'm sorry. Come again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cheated on my boyfriend with my rapist.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So we don't know where this occurred, but judging by the vernacular used, I'm going to say it's a UK person. Would you agree, Thomas?
I would concur based on
When someone says flat instead of apartment or house or anything like
Yeah.
that,
huh,
like,
yeah.
if
That's
flat,
giveaway.
like you're a fucking Brit,
this
right?
was
So
in,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
this was
give
in
that
like
a good
LUK or Marie Claire or one of those like it's a okay, here it is. Marie Claire. I can share the screenshot.
yeah, so we're not going to read the entire article
No,
like
but I will
verbatim,
show you
Okay.
where it came from.
Sure.
but we're gonna hit the highlights and we're gonna
So-
give you the juicy details, and we're gonna
No.
talk about
Excerpts.
this because it is abso-fucking-lutely mind-blowing.
Yes. So I cheated on my boyfriend with my rapist. By seducing my assaulter, I was reclaiming the control I'd lost over my body and identity. Now,
Oh
Matt,
yeah, I
did you
forgot
read
the
this?
tagline.
Did you
What's
read
that?
this? Did you read
I read it in its entirety.
Okay.
I read
wow.
it twice. I
There
read
was
it twice because after the first time I got done reading it, I was like, "What the fuck did I miss? I got to go back and read this again." So
Okay.
yeah, I read it twice.
So let's talk. Would you consider this clickbait?
No,
Okay.
no, it fucking delivered. It
Oh.
100% delivered.
I'm
All right.
kind of scared, man, because
So
Not
this guy
clickbait at
hated
all.
now, because there are some
Wow.
things. There are some. It raises some interesting questions. There
It
are some
really
things
does.
to discuss. Okay,
Okay.
so will you give the Reader's Digest version of what the nuts and bolts that you can glean? And again, this is only one side, right? This is the
Right.
author,
This is
the author's point of view.
Right.
Sure.
So,
So-
we're gonna.
Basically, in a nutsack, I mean, in a nutshell,
The twig and berries of it is.
the twig and berries of it is this young lady
Mhm.
was at a get together, a little soiree, if you shall
Sure.
say, with
Sure.
some friends
Right.
when she woke up
Uh-huh.
with her friend, her girlfriend, not
Mhm.
in the biblical way, but her a girl who was her friend, her
Sure.
brother
Sure.
fucking her.
Okay.
Mhm.
And she wakes up to
Mhm.
feeling some penetration, and she
Right.
is asking herself, did I concede to this? Did I consent to this? Did you know what's going on?
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I don't
Was
understand what's
was there
going on.
was there proper lubrication? Go ahead.
Judging by the story, I do not believe this would fall into the category of anal penetration without proper lubrication.
Oh,
Just
he
asking.
did not.
The setup.
Oh, wow. That is a
pitch
deep
and
cut.
Mac just
That's
hit
a
it out
deep
of the
cut.
park.
Wow.
Deep cut.
Chuck, I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm gonna have to message you later about that one.
No, we'll explain by the end. We better explain. That's not.
We have to explain that one. We can't just leave it.
Right.
We can't just
Right,
leave
right.
that.
Right.
We can't leave
Hey,
that
Matt.
dripping out there. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I appreciate you. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh man, I appreciate you. I saw where you were going with that from a
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
mile away, and I was like, hell yeah.
All right. The Mutual
Um,
Admiration Society is now adjourned.
Okay.
Jesus
So, all right.
Christ.
So
Sorry.
she recognized who this person was. She knew who this person was, and she was like, "Oh, what the hell?" So then she went on about the rest of her days moving forward, having to interact with this person and just telling herself, you know, she never told herself that she was raped. That's one thing. She kept telling herself that it was just like whatever, it happened, like maybe I just needed to have a one night stand. I'm, you know, in university now, and I've only had not even a handful of partners, so maybe this is just my rite of
a drunk college experience.
Correct. That's what
Is
she
that
was
fair?
doing.
I get it.
Yeah. So she was still having to see one of her really good friends. I don't recall if she said it was her best friend, but a really good girlfriend of hers brother. So they were in that same circle of hanging out.
Fuck.
So she pushes that down deep. She never reports it. Doesn't, you know, I think she alludes that she knew she was raped, but she didn't want to admit that to herself because that makes her a victim, and she's not a victim. She's a strong woman, yada, yada, yada. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward to she's now in a relationship with somebody, and they're at a party with said rapist.
Mhm.
We will refer to him as therapist. So,
Therapist at a party.
so they're hanging out. She's
Okay.
getting a little drunk. Her inhibitions are getting a little loose, and she decides that she's gonna fuck this guy on her terms and take her power back.
Okay.
So
That's drunk
she
math.
I'm
now
gonna tell you this. He was not mad.
no, he was not mad.
He's
So
like,
now
"Dude, I got it twice."
she initiates the conduct, which ends up in being
I think she should have gotten his ass
penetration.
drunk. She should have gotten his ass drunk and then mounted.
I mean, I'm sure
I'm
he
Here's
was
the thing.
drunk, but
He
she
was
drank
drunk.
herself into that situation. You know what I mean? She
Right.
she coerced herself into thinking,
Right.
this is what I need to do to get my power back.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You should have grabbed a fucking strap on him, fucking just railed him,
Yeah,
dude.
just fucking pegged him.
Chuck is-
Fucking peg that bitch, yeah.
And why? See? Okay.
What?
If it please the court,
If you're
one
taking your
more
power
example
back,
of Chuck being obsessed with butt stuff. So in the future, when Chuck says he's not obsessed with butt stuff, Your Honor, I point to Exhibit 73.
That's a loose.
Butt
That's
stuff.
a loose. Fucking.
Here's the thing is, I'm gonna back Chuck on this one. See what I did there? Back Chuck.
Backwards,
Right. So I'm gonna back Chuck on this one. I
This is
think she should have fucking
unacceptable.
twinked.
This is
I think she should have twinked him.
No, okay. So here's where this goes, right?
Make him the gimp.
I want to share with you guys this poster because I want to see if you guys come up with the same conclusion that I did. Because holy shit, this poster says it's first of all for those of you they're drinking margaritas in the traditional margarita glass, salt around the rim, and they look like they're from American Pie if it was made for Nickelodeon in 1987.
Yeah, you know what? It does. You're right, T. It does have that look of that. It is dated. It is dated. It does look like
But
early 2000s.
The top says Jake was drunk. Oh, it's a guy and a girl drinking margaritas, smiling, hooking up, arms around each other. Jake was drunk. Josie was drunk. Jake and Josie hooked up. Josie could not consent. The next day, Jake was charged with rape.
Did Josie say no?
No, what happened was
Josie on vacation far away?
Josie, here's what happened. Here's the what happens a lot. Josie woke up the next day, and Jake wasn't nearly as handsome as Josie's drunk goggles eluded her to think that he was.
Sure, yeah.
So now all of a sudden it was, I did not consent to that. Sorry, but let's call a spade a spade. That's the difference between sexual harassment.
He was like,
flirting.
"Hey, should we get breakfast?" And he was like, "Girl, I got a girlfriend. You have to go."
Yeah,
you know what?
Something like that.
What happens?
Okay, but that's my point, right? Like when we're talking about this whole thing, right?
I'll get you to Chuck. I got you, Chuck.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Right, no, Chuck, what you saying?
All right. I said what happens a lot, and I'm not trying to take power away from anyone who's a victim of rape because that's fucked up. But what happens a lot is someone alludes to a night they have a drug-filled fucking infested night with whatever meth, heroin, fucking coke, fucking booze, whatever their choice drug is, and it goes a little too far. They have sex and then they're like, "Fuck, you busted in me, fucking whatever," and then they're playing
you busted in me.
So they call the police, and the police come and take a rape report because it's all confidential and she doesn't have to press charges. Right? It can never see the light of day, but she'll get the treatment that she needs. She'll get her plan B. They'll check everything. They'll make sure everything's cool, and it's on the city's dime or the state's dime, the county's dime.
Chuck, Aussie Bastard says he can't hear you. I just sent you a message. I don't think you're using your good mic right now. For some reason, you're really low. Yeah. Anyway,
let me check.
So I thought it was an interesting spin on. I got drunk and had sex with a dude. I kind of blacked out. I woke up in the middle of it. He's totally the brother of somebody I trust, and I see him around all the time.
Right.
So to rid myself of the perception,
it wasn't a stranger.
Right. To rid herself of the perception that he had taken advantage of her, she needed to sleep with him again to confirm that what he did, what they did drunk, he would still do sober, is what I kind of read from that. Like, she was like, okay, well, I slept with him on my terms.
Yeah. Maybe it's like trying to like take it back. It's a kind of
right.
I understand the empowering things. Go ahead, Matt.
I want to read a little
good
excerpt from this.
Gooder.
Towards the end, she says, "It took me until age 29, 8 years after." Yeah, Chuck, you're good. It took me until age 29, 8 years after the assault. What? That wasn't dismissive.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted.
Yeah, he just wanted a little. Just pat him on the head. Pat him on the head. Give him a red crayon. He's good.
No, I'm from underneath there. Come on, reach
Okay,
that hand.
We'll
Okay.
we'll tickle a little bit.
Your Honor.
So she says, closing her article. It took me 8 years. It took me until age 29, 8 years after the assault, to even consider the term rape victim might apply to me. When I told my fiance and therapist the story about a year ago, they were both quick to call it rape. So it took her 8 years to finally realize, wow, maybe I was raped. But, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was, let's devil's advocate. Maybe, Jack and Josie were both drunk and one of them blacked out, the other didn't. And then one wakes up and goes, hey, I was raped. And the other goes, hey, no. You were fucking into it.
You've never
Yeah,
been
yeah.
walking blackout? I've been
You
a
never-
walking blackout.
Oh, yeah.
fuck yeah. Yeah.
Once did not like that.
What if she was talking in her sleep and she was like, yeah, sure, go for it. Whatever. My wife does that sometimes.
Chuck came up with that all too quick.
You know? No, I'll talk to my wife and she'll be fucking asleep and I'll have a conversation with her. I'll be trying to get frisky.
Right.
And then she's like, get the fuck off me. I'm like,
Yeah, and then someone wakes up with a sore asshole. It's a story as old as time.
Hey, ho. I'd like
God.
to not talk about my evening at Bill Cosby's house, please.
All right. So are we going back? Are we moving on to the next few? What are we guys? Okay, so can we roll back a second?
Sure.
Roll it back.
I'm tired of talking about Doge, and I'm tired of talking about immigration on this podcast.
Okay.
I think we've made our views pretty clear, right? Like, respect people's rights, right? Like, okay, there's the big. You guys hear the big one in the news where
Did you just say we weren't going to talk about this?
no, I'm just yeah.
Is that what this is? We're not going to talk about this? Are you going to talk about this?
We're going to
I'm
not
tired of
talk about this for the next
I'm tired
minute.
of talking about this. We're not going to talk about this.
Hey,
By the way,
I
did
don't
you
know
guys
how,
see
that's the
underneath?
thing. I don't know how to get around it.
Okay.
Except, like,
That's
how
what
do I
she said.
do it? Like, for those of you that voted to have this happen with the USAID, the Agency for International Development, the front for the CIA. For those of you that voted to have a money laundering agency for the Central Intelligence Agency dismantled, that's what you're getting. And for those of you that think that the U.S. Agency for International Development is a good, humanitarian agency, that then you feel like, oh, the U.S. is heartless, right? I don't know what else to tell you. Chuck?
Well, me either. But this is not. This is not Doge related, and it's not related to immigration. But these fucking libs out here are fucking stupid and don't let Teslas record fucking everything. It's called Sentry mode. You doofuses.
Okay, hold on. But can we look at the good side of the coin? How awesome is it now that I kind of want to go buy a Tesla and spray paint swastikas all fucking over it and just drive around and nobody will say a goddamn thing because they'll think it was vandalized. They'll just think it was vandalized. This is a golden era.
That's horrible.
I don't know if that should be a goal. I'm just saying. I don't know if that's.
I'm just saying it could happen. Like if you see a Tesla driving down the street with a swastika spray painted on it, are you going to think that's a Nazi, or are you going to think that's somebody who got their Tesla vandalized?
So here, then let's watch this.
It can go either way. There's that one fucking video, that one fool fucking snapping off the fucking libbies on the side,
bro.
doing the fucking thing.
Enjoy this one.
Hit me.
Free service. How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
No,
with a towel.
no,
It's not
no.
a key.
It is a
It was
hate crime,
it was
sir.
a crayon.
It is a hate crime.
Listen,
Did you write a swastika on
I'm
this?
sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work.
Roll the tape. Beep. The Tesla recorded it.
Apparently it doesn't
Did you
work,
write a
because the crayons
swastika
don't
on
work.
It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
Is it a
I was probably
swastika?
putting my keys in
Is
my
it a
pocket.
swastika?
Have you looked at your
Is
car?
it a
Is there a key mark?
Yes. Is it
It's
a
not-
swastika?
that's
It's at the
impossible.
police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because hopefully Facebook tracked you down.
Uh-huh.
So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything now,
Listen.
because you chose to write so to tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry,
For what?
and I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against
For
your
what?
car.
Okay. Chuck, do you remember early on in FTO when you got the instructions, whenever possible, arrest the RP?
I heard that so many times.
Okay.
That was just common.
I'm not even a
fucking
cop,
knowledge.
but I picked up all that lingo.
Okay. So,
Dude.
Marco, I want to explain to you the concept at work that we are witnessing. And this is the easiest way I can equate this concept to the civilian world. What you just watched, right, is this in what you have just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things, right? Okay. Now, we take that whole encounter with that dude claiming, oh, I didn't, it wasn't a key. Well, if it was a key, did it scratch? Oh, fingerprinted. Like, we watched this whole thing escalate.
He's like, I'm cooked.
Now, these are the kinds of people that cause police officers to tell each other whenever possible, arrest the RP, which means reporting party. So in other words, the advice that was passed on to both me and Chuck at completely different agencies over 2 decades worth of police work was, whenever possible, you arrest the person that called the police to begin with. While that seems counterintuitive, I present to you Exhibit A so that maybe people will understand why sometimes it's necessary to arrest the reporting party. This man in his helmet and Oakleys and way too tight spandex on his bicycle, he has now pulled open the door of this guy and is the person in the car is now running his cell phone watch.
Literally,
I've
stop
seen this.
Calling the police, and you're not leaving.
Yeah, so have I.
Ridgeline Trail one too that you and Nick did.
Oh shit! In Carlos Canyon.
Yeah, I didn't make it too far though on that one.
Yeah, that one's unbelievable. It's so slow.
Hold on your window, fuck
The
up.
whole thing is like 8 miles outside.
Hold on, I have a guy.
Yes, sir.
Did you see me?
Pulled off to the side, I did.
Now this
I have it
guy,
on dash cam.
Chuck, can you explain to the good people what territory he has gotten into? Because
Fuck around and find out. You can fucking come to my door and you pull that shit open in my fucking domain in my front yard. I'm fucking you up. I'm gonna come out real hot and get the fuck out of here. He's obviously passing a cyclist who think they fucking own the road.
yes,
If he's
so
in California and driving any fucking canyon road, these motherfuckers take over the whole fucking thing.
so I'm
Preach,
telling you,
motherfucker, preach.
Matt,
Dude, he's
Matt,
fucking.
take a guess. Of all the accident reports I took involving a bicyclist, of what percentage of those reports was the bicyclist at fault?
God,
Fucking 90,
I-
fucking
I-
90%.
yeah, I'm gonna say like 90%. I mean, I was gonna be
I would-
generous and say 85, but
That's
I
where I
love this-
landed. I would say 85%.
Yeah,
if I'm
85.
being generous.
Yeah.
85% if I'm being generous. Because I'm just saying that I can't necessarily remember all of the accident reports I ever took involving a bicyclist, but I can't remember a single one where it wasn't the bicyclist's fault.
I got pulled over on PCH in Malibu one time with my wife going to the beach. This is before child, and the cop just basically wrote me a warning fix-it ticket. Like, basically he said it was a sheriff's department because it's in Malibu, and he said it was the equivalent of just disobeying an off-roading vehicle sign, because he saw me getting aggravated with a goddamn cock-sucking fucking cum-guzzling bicyclist on PCH and like swerving around him and being pissed off, and I was speeding. I was 100% speeding, but he was like, man, I get it. He was a motor cop. He's like, I
You've
hate
got
these
something
assholes
to
too,
work
dude.
out.
But-
Clearly you have something
Yeah.
to work out, but let's go
Yeah.
back to
I'm gonna go skate.
so
No,
this
you're
guy
not.
gets
Yes, I am.
because you passed me too close.
You're not. You're not going anywhere. Please come.
That's
Dude,
two.
stop.
No, you're a
Dude, you're catching hands.
literally
right
stop.
there. You're catching
I'm
hands.
calling the police, and you're not leaving.
It's
You're
good.
not leaving. You're
I'm gonna
not
grab
leaving.
your fucking dick.
Oh,
Fucking hands on
hold on
me.
a second.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't that legal
leave 'cause
detainment?
of the police.
Look at this.
Then he touched.
Look at that, shoulder to shoulder.
Why are you so crazy?
He's so cranky.
Why are you so crazy?
No, you're not
That's a
going anywhere.
boomer. That's a boomer,
He
guys.
came way too
100%
close
that's
to
not
me.
Gen
He
X.
said he was leaving.
I said I was gonna skate.
No.
You were getting out of
So-
the car.
Stop
You're a
being
liar.
a
It's in your
dude.
phone.
Hey, what? Go ahead.
Here's my deal. If I was the driver of that vehicle, that poor bicyclist would be riding a fucking unicycle for the rest of his life, because half of his bike would be shoved right up his fucking ass. Right up his ass.
Okay.
You are now a unicyclist.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Oh,
motherfucker.
No, I have the right of way when I'm on a bike. You ride a bike?
Do you ride a bike
No,
sometimes?
we don't ride a bike.
Oh no, you
I
don't.
have a
ride
green
a
one. You're going to.
bike. Sirens, dude.
Oh fuck.
I had nowhere else to be, Chuck.
What can you do about this kind of case where a teenage driver is being negligent and can kill somebody? And I've been hit by a car twice already.
Oh,
Okay, so yes, I'm very
You're a
sensitive.
poor cyclist, sir.
Yeah. After talking to the cyclist, the officer approaches the driver, who shows him the video. And when the cop sees the video, that changes his view of the situation. So he goes back to the cyclist, who is now the suspect in a disorderly conduct.
Because you were aggressive to him.
Yes, I was, but he was trying to leave.
You opened his door 3 times. He doesn't have to get out of his car for you. He doesn't have to identify for you. You are not law enforcement. And you are the aggressive one, not him.
Do I have to go to court for this?
Go ahead.
What if I apologize?
What if I apologize?
It's too late. I've already seen the evidence. I am obligated.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay?
What can we do to resolve this? I mean, this is
Not act
fair.
like that in the future.
Yes.
It's not going to fix today, but it's going to fix the future.
Say thank you, but I'm glad I called the police.
I'd say thank you, but I'm not glad I called the police.
I
They
love
call
that.
it-
I love that line. I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Your behavior moving forward will not fix today, but
No.
hopefully it will fix the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great advice.
Yes.
Kids, write that down. Jot that down.
Yeah. Mark. Oh, the book.
Sorry, I started cleaning up, guys. The book is put away for now. I'm not joking. I've actually started cleaning up this whole area right next to me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's all clean. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's my mistake. I actually left it out.
It's
right there in the box.
So, I've been looking up some recent news clips. Have you guys seen this clip asking if King Charles's security has fake arms?
Oh yeah.
Like the Secret Service when they're holding the fake arm because their other hand is using
because
it.
he got a fucking MP5 under the tailcoat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hasn't this been addressed?
I would like to share this clip with you because the answer is both yes and no.
Okay.
King Charles's security has real arms.
Yes.
They are just covered by the fake one.
By the fake ones.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Watch this dude right here. Right here. Over his right shoulder. He has his hands in the
Oh yeah. That's the classic fucking Secret Service grab. You're holding the finger. Who walks like that?
Oh, wait,
They don't even move.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That is so fake.
They look like Disney character arms.
Yeah, they're
It's not even the same skin tone.
On him. This guy. Right here. Right here.
Oh, this
He's also.
It's like they use the same mannequin. Look, they use the same mannequin, standing the same way, dude.
They're all doing it.
Oh my god!
Oh
And they
my
ain't even
god.
that good. It's like they ordered them from
Come
Costco
on.
or something, you know?
All right.
Look, in the world of concealed carry, there's printing and then there's screaming.
Right.
And y'all are fucking screaming.
It's not. Are they carrying? It's what are they carrying?
What are they carrying? Yes. What are they carrying?
Well,
it's most likely an MP7 or an MP5K or
yeah. I mean, it's concealed carry. They're definitely carrying, but they're definitely. Not
Can we
concealing.
just appreciate the comedic, ironic value of Englishmen protecting the monarchy, carrying Heckler and Koch firearms? Can we just stop and appreciate that for a second?
Oh, there is that.
And for that one asshole listening who's saying, "Oh, it's Heckler and Koch," fuck you, you're wrong. It's Heckler and Koch.
That was Cooch.
It's Heckler and
Cooch.
not Heckler and Pepsi. So, have you guys seen Matt? This is the okay. I know I'm hesitant, boys. You know how
Oh,
Matt gets
gotta do
about
it then.
stolen valor. You know how You know
Yeah.
how Matt gets about stolen valor.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do I
I'm
even
still
do
waiting to
this?
catch one in the wild.
Do I even show
I
this one?
fucking pray. I pray for the time that I get to do that
This is
myself.
like what's up, Chuck?
Like,
But Matt could like legit lose it. Like one day he could go on a rampage and just run out of his garage and beat some homeless person on general principle.
Okay.
it's been known to happen.
I'm like, I mean, that's not questionable.
All right. This is, I don't, God bless our recruiters, because while they don't get a win very often, right? The recruiters are, you know, come on. they get
a win a lot when they frickin' sucker some fucking kid to go in fucking undesignated.
So I want to share with you this example of I don't know what, but it's at a recruiter's office. How's that?
Infantry?
Okay.
Well, they send them my update information.
What's your rank in infantry?
06.
You're an 06?
Mm-hmm.
Colonel.
Oh, I've seen this.
Okay.
Colonel.
That's what I'm talking about.
They want me to get there, so to do my update on my pay. So,
Okay.
but I don't have any money to get there.
You're 06 and you don't have any money.
Colonel.
That's why I wanted to come here to make a loan.
So you come into a recruiting station to make a
Loan to get to the active duty base, if possible.
You understand how silly that sounds, right?
Mm.
So you think that sounds perfectly logical?
Well, they
don't
do
have
like a bus voucher or airplane voucher, travel voucher.
what, like put
for
the
travel.
Well, you know you're out of uniform, right?
What happened?
I mean, you said
you have any rank around? Some extra rank?
So you're in the infantry?
Guys, that's
dude.
the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's bold. That's bold.
No, that's from a bit ago. I've seen that one, and yeah, there's a reason that if Soup Sandwich was a person, there you go.
Okay. All right. So I have an honest to God debate, because this was I chimed in. Chuck, you know I don't do the social media chime in shit. But I chimed in on a page. We've had this guy on our podcast numerous times, and I respect the hell out of him. And
Can I guess who it is?
Sure.
Is it 911 background guy or background LA background guy?
LA background 13.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he posted a link about California installing DEI
traffic
cams.
DEI traffic cams?
Yeah, dude.
DEI
oh my
traffic.
god.
No,
I
wait a
know
minute.
some shit on this.
Wait a minute. Okay. So San Francisco introduces California's first fixed speed cameras with income-based fines.
They did this shit in Arizona, and
After
anyways,
a 2-month grace period,
ahead.
fines start at $50 for drivers speeding 11 to 15 miles per hour over the limit. Okay. The idea is that there is a fee structure where you get a discount on the fine
for
based
multiples
on how much you make.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, this got posted on LA Backgrounds 13.
I think we're
Well,
the same group.
I was on Instagram as me. I don't typically talk about I keep my Instagram account private. Like, you have to know me to try and follow me, whatever. But I saw it and I commented as myself, and somebody was like you are. I basically what I said was, I'm not completely against this, right? The Finns have been doing this for years. The question is, if a speeding ticket is punitive, should it hurt the same or should it cost the same? And I have been open to this debate. I wrote a paper on it when I went to college for criminal justice about this very issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came in with a very reasonable well, I'm not completely against this idea when you look at blah, blah, blah. And the guy comes in and goes, you are the problem. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm the problem. Like, you don't even know me. We've never met before. So I'm going to ask you guys, if I come in to a debate on this issue where we're debating on whether traffic fines should be income-based or not, and I say, well, I'm not completely against it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the problem?
I don't think you're the problem. I think that I have a hard time wrapping my head around why traffic fines should be income based to begin with.
Well, so here's the argument, and so this is where I haven't landed one way or the other on it.
Well, let's go too far with it.
Well, but here's the argument: if you are speeding down a road, you're not going to do prison time. You're not going to do jail time. You're going to get a fine. You're going to get a ticket. Now, if no,
there could be exceptions to that rule.
Okay, shut the fuck up. We're not talking about exceptions.
No, we're saying there's a stationary camera.
I think he's saying in general.
There's a stationary camera on the freeway.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not reckless.
40 mile an hour, 45 mile an hour.
Yeah.
100 miles an hour to 45. Boom. They get you. We're going to get
criminal, first of all.
Now,
but go ahead.
The guy in the Hyundai Excel or the Kia Sportage or the Saturn SL1 or whatever the hell, that the 1990 Camry that still runs, Matthew.
Yeah. 96. It was a 96. 530,000 miles. Thank you very much.
Fuck me, dude.
Oh, dude, you fucking take care of Toyotas. They fucking take care of you, brother.
If you're that guy, a $200 fine is a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
And it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And you will learn not to drive 100 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone.
Yeah.
If you're driving a Ferrari 308,
right,
and you make
a Lotus or
dollars,
yes, absolutely,
and you get pulled over, and they're like, "Sir, you were doing 100 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone. You equally endangered lives."
Yeah,
but the
$200 ain't shit
on you is not the same.
No, $200 is not shit.
To me, is where the income inequality actually exists. A person who makes a lot of money, it doesn't affect them the same as a person who doesn't make a lot of money. And is the point of justice not to have the punishment feel the same?
Okay, but hold on. If you pull somebody over doing 100 in a 45, is that not criminal speeding? And,
okay, so take the criminal out of it. Let's say Let's say he's doing 100 and let's say he's doing 100 in a 55.
That's still criminal.
No. Hold on. Not
Isn't
all.
double?
Let me back up. Not every law has. You're thinking California Vehicle Code. Not every state has the same laws. Just California had a magical law in the vehicle code that said when you hit 100 miles an hour, it is automatically a ticket for unsafe speed. Now, people equated that with I can get you for reckless driving, I can get you for this. No.
Okay, but I thought
one section of the vehicle code that says over 100 miles an hour, unsafe speed. Period.
I thought if it was because in Arizona, if you're doing 25 over,
correct. Now you're talking about Arizona.
Yeah, so I'm saying so in California, is there not a statute that says if you're doing so many miles an hour over a posted? Not like 100, but like so many miles an hour over a posted.
Nope.
Okay.
Chuck, what were you gonna say?
I was just waving to Tim the wordsmith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like
there is no magic.
He's waving to his fans. Hey, boys.
So that's
Matt, here in Texas.
You guys.
It's the same
I
way.
wanted to put it out to you guys to debate that. Is it because Marco? I kind of feel like you and I are on the same sheet of music because it should hurt the same.
It's like, yeah, it's equivalent to, like, for example, a fine for like an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're, depending on who the player is, you've seen some players get fined $25,000. You've seen some players get fined $10,000 for an egregious foul. Right. And it's based on is this motherfucker making $10 million a year?
I still have the same.
It has to sting. You know what I'm saying? It has to sting. It's
I-
not prison time. Prison time is prison time. It's something that's
Here's the problem. I'm sorry, dude, but here's the problem.
Go ahead.
And this is where, and because this is based out of San Francisco and the Bay in California, and this is the fucking problem. If you're fucking low income as fuck, let's say fucking you making 30, 40 grand a year, and mind you, when I came on law enforcement, I was making $30,000 a year. Okay.
Right.
And if they get caught speeding, it could be like a $50 fine or a $40 fine or a $30 fine. Right.
Yeah.
But if you have someone who's making six figures, it could be like a $300 fine. And I think that's where a lot of people are having the issue, is that it's just such a far and massive scale that's fucking constantly sliding because you make this much, you make this much, you make this much, and it's constantly going down. But it's like so
what
much
if you
more
just
than
said it's
people who are
X
making-
percentage of your income, period, end of story, no matter who you are.
It'd be different. And honestly, I had the
seriously.
same. No, I agree with you, dude. I had the same fucking thing. I was like, well, this could be a good thing because it could hurt people and cause them to stop speeding in inner cities where there's a lot of racing and things like that. However, if they're trying to combat that stuff, these motherfuckers are going to take their fucking plates off, or they're going to do the stuff where they put the little sticker over the.
I hated writing tickets, producer Dylan. I hated writing tickets. I hated writing tickets. Okay, so let's talk about. Let's go from the narrative about tickets. Let's go to the narrative of guys.
It's a double-edged sword, dude. It's good. It's bad. It's fucking. It's got to be handled correctly.
But what would be the upside or downside of just saying, hey, 25 miles an hour over the posted speed limit is criminal speeding, and your shit is getting a ticket and you're getting impounded, no fucking questions asked.
It wouldn't. Hold on a second. I'll answer that to here. That really wouldn't fly here. Most of the posted speed limits, like for example, when I drive home from work, most of the speed limits are 65, like it would be standard on a standard freeway. Some freeways outside of Austin are 75, but most of them here in within the city are 65. We all travel 80. We're all doing 80, 85. Like the cops are flying by us doing like 95 to 100. You know what I'm saying, to catch up to the true speeders. So the 25,
that goes to what it takes to change the speed limit, which is a traffic survey, which is a pain in the ass. And
but I'm saying like the 20. I know that I was looking it up because I thought it was double or whatever it was. I'm like, well, that's kind of fucking crazy. People out here drive crazy and fast. They're all fast drivers out here.
But what I'm saying is, if you throw the 25 over, is criminal, right? And then you only target the ones that are egregiously over that. Where's the harm? You know what I mean?
I think you're talking about like a scale, like a kicker. You're saying like at 10 miles over is this.
How does it hurt?
Well, that's just like the fucking. I got out of speed. I lived in Arizona for like 12 years, right?
Yeah.
And they had the speeding cams on the Loop 101 freeway. And you would get a ticket if you were 11 over the posted. So when a DPS officer would pull me over for doing 10 over, my argument was, you have already set a precedent that 11 over.
But we're not talking about
is a threshold.
Is a threshold.
We're not talking about the old threshold. I'm talking about if we decide there is a criminal speeding section where if you're X amount over, you're getting a ticket, fine. That's a different debate. That's whether you take away the officer's ability to make a discretionary citation.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is the fee structure, the fine itself. I don't give a shit if I gave you a ticket for blinker or if I gave you a ticket for speeding. The punishment should be commensurate with how it should sting to get you to not do it, right? Like, if you have a horse,
I think the punishment for like the speed, like the blinker shit, like whatever. But the speeding shit, if you're hauling ass,
stay the same. The fine cannot stay the same.
Man,
no, if you're hauling ass in a Hyundai XL, like maybe you shouldn't fucking do that. Maybe you realize like, hey man, I can't afford this.
So if you're in a Ferrari, it's okay to haul ass.
No, because your shit's gonna get fucking impounded, and then you're gonna pay. You're paying the fucking ticket. You're getting your shit impounded. You're getting pissed off.
Listen, hold on. Hey Matt, let me ask you this way, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the point that T is trying to bring across, and I agree with T on this. forget about the actual number of what defines. Forget the actual creation of the law.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
Threshold of a
Right.
Forget about the actual parameter. Throw out the parameter of the actual violation.
Okay.
Right. So we're not talking about the actual parameters of violation. We're not talking about like X miles an hour equals this equals that. We're talking about this has happened. Right. So you have been found. You have been left wanting. You have been found wanting. Right.
Got you. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that is done and over with. Right. What T and I are saying is that punishment, right? We're talking about a relative scale punishment.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody, like Chuck was saying, if somebody comes in making $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year, that is their annual income, right? And given the fact that the average rent will be, let's say, $2,500, $3,000 a month, right? You start breaking that down. That motherfucker, that person is scraping by.
Okay.
So if that person, no matter what the citation was for and the numbers of the citation, right? That person living off that base salary, the impact, the redness of the slap of the wrist, right?
Yeah.
At $250 for the fine, right?
Less than that.
Okay. Is I'm just again.
Yeah, arbitrary numbers. For the sake of argument.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
The redness of the slap of the wrist of somebody who's clearing 35 to 40 a year is the equivalent of, again, talking about life is relative, right?
Right.
To somebody who is a lawyer, a successful lawyer, a doctor that's making, let's not even go with the millions. Let's say they're making $250,000 a year, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What we are saying is that to Peace Chuck, $100 fine is literally a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would spend that on drinks on an average night and wouldn't even phase them. Wouldn't even phase their lives, right?
So
what
it's not as much.
Wait.
It's not as much of a deterrent.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you are asking the law enforcement or municipalities or government, whatever, to dig into the person's finances, or are you basing this off of the cost of the vehicle that is being stopped during?
So it's very simple.
No. Because
same thing with the flat tax. The flat tax, we're looking at your income, we're taxing you 1%.
Okay, so somebody who is from fucking Hoboken, fucking goddamn fucking Wisconsin, that comes out to LA for a week, right?
Right.
And goes to one of these luxury fucking car rentals and rents the Ferrari 308.
Not gonna
and then goes fucking 125 down the 405, and they get pulled over.
Right.
They're not being based off of.
But here's the thing.
That's car. No, not the car.
Another area, because that cop should be charging that guy with reckless endangerment. He should be charging him with so many other.
Okay.
Beyond just
165.
But that's
not
the point.
125. 100.
Again, guys, we're getting back to what I was getting away from. We're getting back to what I was saying. What I was trying to get away from. I was trying to get away from like the actual legality of things, right? I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to get away from like what scales to what. I will say this. I am with Matt and I am with Thomas and I think with Chuck when I say that there should be kickers, right? So let's say, again, random number out of the air, that it is 0.5% of a monthly income. And again, random arbitrary number, right? So if it goes from X to, if we're going from Y, or we're going from A to B, which is we're going from A to B. So the charge is basic for A, which is just speeding, right? Is this much, right? The point, whatever. If it goes from that to a higher, no matter what's determined by the law and by by traffic and all that shit, right? Whatever, it should kick up there. It should kick up more. Meaning, like, if it's now egregious, the next level up of recklessness, it should go up from 0.5 to 1%.
Yeah.
If it goes, if it goes from from that
to make the punishment fit the crime, right?
That's what I'm saying. In a relative sense,
yes.
that is punishable to that person. Because again, Matt, bro, if we had a well-established media company, whatever, that just took off, this podcast randomly took off, right? And we were making G's an episode, saying like, we get fucking pulled over and someone charges $100 for a fucking ticket. Bah, fuck, we're gonna go back out to Vegas next night and do the same shit again. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
or you can just not be an asshole and just kick your cruise to fucking 10 over and fucking not because I don't want to get pulled over. I don't want to get pulled over. I am still in the phase of my life where if I get pulled over, it's a fucking felony stop. It's a fucking felony stop. I don't like felony stops.
I understand, but you're saying hold on, Marco. You're saying not to be an asshole. Just that.
I'm just saying.
It's just that is difficult.
Because I don't want to get pulled out of my fucking truck with a fucking gun to the back of my goddamn head. That's all.
I get it, but I'm saying the likelihood is like. But if
I don't like guns pointed at me.
These are automated. No one's going to do that. This is all automated. Let me send a ticket to your house. The easiest way to get out of this is to ask for was there a law enforcement officer that watched my speed and fucking signed the ticket?
You know what?
No,
Chuck, I'll do you one better. When I lived in Arizona and I got those bullshit fucking speeding tickets on the Loop 101, I fucking threw them the fuck away, just like I do my goddamn jury summonses because there's no proof they fucking came to me.
I love this. This is fucking awesome. And I'm for
all right.
I'm fucking on both sides. I see the good in it. I see the bad in it. That is what it is.
Jesus Christ!
You brought that up?
Hey, man, look, here's the
trying to land the plane with fucking 9 minutes left.
No. Everybody listening, this is why you listen, because we're not a fucking echo chamber. We all have independent fucking thoughts, and we all fucking bounce it off each other. And we're not a fucking echo chamber. We have different thoughts, and this is what makes us great. And you fucking love us, and you're welcome.
Make America great
again. So let's talk about. Busting narratives.
Apparently, it's make America speed again. That's what we're saying. What?
Make America healthy again.
No, I like that one. Let's talk about narratives. Let's talk about busting narratives because
busting
do you guys know who Leslie Stahl is? She used to be a credible reporter at one point.
Yeah, she used to be.
I want you to see. I have never in my okay. If you guys this shouldn't I don't have a degree in journalism. I do not have a degree in journalism. I am articulate. I have written press releases. I understand public communications. I do not have a degree in journalism. Leslie Stahl may have all the degrees in the world, but common sense would dictate that this is not where you take this interview.
Terrorists became very mean and very cruel and violent.
More so.
Now, this Leslie Stahl's interviewing a man who was a hostage of Hamas. Okay, so he was he was in Israel. He was in the wrong place. Hamas took him hostage, and she looks him straight in the eyes and asks him if he was starved by Hamas on purpose or if they just didn't have any food to give him.
Became very mean and very cruel and violent.
More so.
Much more so. They were beating me and starving me.
Do you think they starved you or they just didn't have food?
No, I think they starved me, and they would often eat in front of me. Not.
So, can we just back up for a second?
What a dick of a dick.
The terrorists became very mean.
So as we watch,
violent,
more so.
Violent. He says mean and violent.
Much more so.
Much more so.
They were
beating
me and starving me.
And starving me. He says they were beating me and starving me. Of the two words in that sentence, the one I would want to focus on, and I don't have a journalism degree, but I would want to focus on the word beating.
Yeah. And she went to starving.
And she went to starving. But then when she went to starving, she said,
do you think they starved you or they just didn't have food?
No,
fuck you.
They
you need to toss her into a
in front of me and not offer me food.
I think they would often eat in front of me and not offer me food.
Yeah, spoken by somebody who never went through SEER training.
Yeah, well,
100%.
What a fucking old fuck, dude. Come on, dude. You fucking global elitist cuck. You
I think she's
motherfucker,
just
dude.
so out of touch. I think it's the
Dude,
wrong person for the interview. In all honesty,
Looks like
I think
Nancy
it's just-
Pelosi.
I think it's just completely fucking out of it. You know,
Yeah.
just completely out of touch with the situation.
How disrespectful.
Well,
is
she
that,
didn't.
though?
She didn't
I
have.
agree.
she-
I agree. But do you think it was like? I think it was ignorance. I think it's just honestly just like I don't think she had any prepared questions.
You know what I think it was?
She's too smart for ignorance.
You're talking about Marco.
What I
that?
think it was is she did not have all of her talking points lined up. for
She had a
that.
narrative. She had a fucking narrative that they wanted her to push, and that was it. That's
Yes.
all she fucking focused on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, fuck her.
Does the whole rest of the interview or before is it all like that? It's all kind of like trying to counterpoint and trying to spin narratives and trying to paint like a different light.
I don't have.
It's talking points.
That's just an excerpt.
Talking points. Yeah,
It's talking points. It's she is
That's
programmed.
why CBS is being investigated for editing the Kamala Harris video because we don't know what the actual interviews look like now anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one, and Marco, I wanted to tie this in as a so.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
I grew up.
I was saying so. One of the videos that I sent in because they're fantastic. Anyway, so.
No, but you and my Hispanic brothers down in Southern California, you raised me in a different culture.
Yes.
And I understand that culture. And so when I hear about people being deported just for looking Hispanic,
Sure.
I get it. I get the frustration.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share as a man of faith, as I've shared on this podcast. This is why both what Marco's talking about with being a citizen and having your rights removed from you, and what I'm about to talk about, which is being a citizen having your rights removed from you. This is why the First Amendment talks about free speech, and the second one talks about the right to keep and bear arms. Because without the right to keep and bear arms, you end up in the UK, where you have this. This is a woman that is going to be arrested by the British police for praying in her head.
What?
Yes. So this is
These are the same motherfuckers that were like, "Oh, sorry, chap, you posted something unsavory on the internet, so we're gonna come and arrest you for a year. Oh, you didn't pay your fucking television tax. We're gonna come arrest you." Fuck.
But this is my point about, like, if you don't stand up when they come for other people, there will be no one to stand up for you when they come for you.
People, listeners, I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. Your beliefs go with you to other countries, not your rights.
Right. Okay.
100%.
So I wanted to play this because this is apparently body cam footage. So here you go. This is from Angel Studios' newest docuseries, Live Not by Lies, which supposedly it claims to expose the tactics used by societies in the past and present to usher in communism. So this is a woman standing on a street corner in the UK. I don't have any other information leading up to it, but I want you to just watch what I watch, and I don't care what the other side is. It's going to be real hard to justify.
What are you here for today?
Physically, I'm just standing here.
Okay. Why here of all places?
Why here of all places? You know, you don't live nearby. This is an abortion.
That's what it is.
Because okay, I understand.
Part of the protest.
You're part of the protest. You said,
No.
no.
Are you praying?
Are you praying? You said I might in my head.
So I'll ask you once more. Will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station?
Voluntarily come with us down to the police station
today and other days where there are allegations that you.
It sounds like they're trying to get her for like protests.
Okay, well then.
She says, "If I've got a choice, no." And he says, "Well, then you're under arrest."
Sounds like they're trying to get her to say that she was part of a protest.
by herself.
This is very like looks like I mean, he already had in his mind that she was part of
Right?
whatever process he's talking about. This is a case of like 100%. Like again, they don't have the Constitution like we do. The whole like proven innocent until proven guilty. This is 100% guilty until proven innocent. He knew already. He's going
Different
to talk to
criminal
her.
justice system.
He's going to come in, and she was already guilty of being part of the
That's
protest.
communism,
and
bro.
That's it.
Like that's communism. It's fucking communism. I'm sorry.
Shit happens here.
It's fucking. It's stupid. And you know, I'm sorry. If you're a cop and you're being told by your agency, if someone tells you that they're fucking praying and that's protest, we're gonna arrest them. Fuck you, dude. I'd be the first person to be like, not doing it, dude. Not doing it.
I think in honest, listen to the video.
During COVID.
I think the whole. I don't think one has to deal with the other one. I think the whole like I'm praying in my head was her just saying like, hey, yeah, I'm not lying to you. I'm praying, but I'm praying in my head. You could tell he already had it in his mind.
He wanted to arrest her.
He's gonna arrest her.
Bullshit.
She's part of this protest. Yeah. She's being smart about trying to be smart about what she's saying. Yeah, I am praying, but I may be praying in my head. I'm not praying out loud. He already knows. He already knows that she's going to down. She's going down. She's going to jail. 100%. So I don't think he's arresting her for praying in her own head. He's arresting her because she's there. Period. It's guilt by association.
Do we need to end on?
You know what it is? It's just following orders. Famous last words.
Wait. So do we need to end on a high note, or are we going to go out with a segment?
I'm high as fuck. Let's end it.
We can go out with fuck this dog, dude.
Okay, what's going on with fuck the dog thing?
Oh no,
dog. What?
I was just saying we could go out with fuck this dog because that's my handle right.
Oh, damn!
I was just fucking around it. So sorry.
Okay,
you don't have to get into that.
I didn't know what to do with that. Sorry.
Well, fuck French bulldogs.
Fuck it. You just had to fuck it. Yeah, and their fucking ears.
Yeah, fuck those little cunts, dude. I fucking hate them.
We could do Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, all right, here we go.
We all know I like assholes.
And then Marco,
you do.
All right. Doing this group.
What?
I'm sorry, Matt. You kept cutting out. What, Marco? What?
Oh, Matt's got.
Oh, Matt's frozen.
It's frozen.
He told me to check the Facebook messages before, and I was checking the Facebook messages.
Oh, now he's back. Is he back?
No, they're there. The group chat on Facebook.
The group chat, not the message. Oh, okay.
Matt's had a few.
Yeah.
Only 4 fucking lightweight.
No, 4 while I've been here.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Am I wrong for not paying for my date after she admitted there probably wouldn't be a second date? I went on a first date last night with someone I matched on Bumble. We had dinner at a nice restaurant, and we vibed well. I thought there was a possibility of a second date, so when we finished having dessert, I asked her if we could do this again. She said she liked me, but she wanted to be honest and said there probably wouldn't be a second date as she didn't think we were compatible. I actually really appreciated her honesty and thanked her for it. At the end of the date, I only paid my portion. It was admittedly a really expensive bill. By far the most expensive dinner bill I have ever seen. But I definitely would have paid for her portion if we went on a second date. After she paid for her portion, she said if I was only going to pay for my portion, I should have chosen a much less expensive restaurant. I told her she should have understood the dynamics and said no to the choice of restaurant then. And she should have understood that a lot of people won't just pay for the whole date if they're never meeting the person again. Am I the asshole?
Okay, here's the deal. First of all, I am
like Archer, dude.
Okay,
mother.
I am married to somebody that I met on fucking Bumble.
Me too.
Okay, so everybody who if you know anything about the dating thing, right? Bumble puts the control to the women. It's women empowerment. It's the women have control. They choose if they respond to you. So yeah, if you're gonna fucking go on a date and drop a couple fucking hundies on a fucking dinner, yeah, the powerful woman, the woman empowerment is gonna pay for half of that goddamn shit. Fuck you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on fucking Bumble.
100%. Fuck yeah.
There you go.
That's going to be lockerroommailbag@gmail.com. Attention, Matthew. That's going to be lockerroommailbag@gmail.com. Attention, Matt.
I agree, though, dude. Come on. You can't be like.
I'm just saying.
Fuck
All
yeah,
right.
dude.
Hey, if shit doesn't work out, this hot blonde likes drunk me.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, somebody needs to take notes about next episode. Next episode, we have to discuss the conspiracy theory that there is video evidence of a screen test that shows that not only was Tupac not a gangster, but only an actor, and that he was in fact on the down low.
Oh,
I didn't hear about the download. I have heard from credible sources.
Have you heard?
That he was playing up the hardness, but when it came down to the get down, he never got down with the get down.
On the down low.
He just sounded soft.
Maybe.
Because some of those interviews, I'm like, ooh, shit. How the fuck did you,
Robbie? You didn't miss anything. Matt is always one beer away from the cranky old man with the
levels of angry.
Yeah, he's always one beer away from get off that line. So you didn't miss. Robbie, you didn't miss shit.
Hit him up, fuck the bitch, and then click you claim West Side till I ride, quit with game. You claim to be a bad boy, but I fucked your wife. Fuck a bad boy, fuck your life. I'm not saying the whole thing. No.
I mean, you almost did.
I had to blurp some words, dude. Come on, dude.
Blurp.
That's edited version. That's the white boy version. You can't sing that shit, dude.
All right. Are we done?
Wait, I gotta throw the banner up. Hold on.
The
boner. I gotta throw the boner up. There we go.
All right, so while he throws the boner up, that's locker room mail. You can get a hold of us at lockerroommailbag@gmail.com. Lockerroommailbag@gmail.com. Send your
Just Jen
he was
says
100%
he
gay.
was 100% gay. I think she means you, Chuck.
I mean, extra spicy. Dylan says, all right, our phone number is 818-280-9822. Once again, the phone number is going to be 818-280-9822. That's for our voicemail. Leave us a voicemail with any suggestions that you have as far as topics and or shit to talk about, or any breakdown videos that you want us to do. Yeah, thank you for spending your time with us and paying attention to us and paying attention to the levels of Matt's angriness and us trying to explain,
he was 59 tonight.
What's up? He was
upset.
He was good. He was good. He wasn't upset. He was just, he was
fired up.
It was a really, what burned my biscuit moment. That's all it was.
Yeah, we'll call that fired up.
Sounds good. Good night, Funkos.
Yeah. By the way, fuck French Bulldog.